this is part 2 of the video. Just want to go through these things just one more time. So things that you can use to improve your bow legs are muscle training exercises, wearing leg weights, sleeping on the ground or on a yoga mat, which is better than just the ground. It's more comfortable. You can modify your shoe so that the inside, so that this part of your foot here, you want this surface area of your foot from the heel and these 3 toes to sort of carry all the weight. You need a slight gap here in order to walk properly. But if you hit this part, it's not so bad. The problem is most people with bow legs never touch anywhere here. They're always entirely on this side of the foot. And if my old shoes especially, they all were being worn out on this side of the foot. So the exteriors sides of the shoes were always being worn out more than the interior because this part never touches. So to reiterate everything, the idea is to modify your shoes, for instance, so that you naturally do this. And again, don't do this forever. You do this until the problem goes away, and then you can just buy a new pair of shoes, and hopefully going forwards, once your knees are touching and you've been cured of bow legs, then you won't have to do this anymore. But it's just like when you do your retainer. If you keep the old shoes, if the problem comes back, which it could, because again, you're learning how to walk all over again as an older person, which is why these things should be corrected always at a young age. All the problems can be corrected better when you're young, and it takes a lot of effort to change these things as you get older. All right, so just to iterate one more time, some of the exercises that I do, you can show these from the side. What I like to do is I will lift. You're lifting this part, and you're using 1, 2, 3, these toes here, to push down and lift so that there's a gap there. And then you're squeezing your glute muscles. And now, by doing this for many hours, eventually you'll be able to have the strong muscles required to then be able to walk like a normal person, which I can't. I still can't, which is why I'm making this video. Is it takes a lot of effort. You can also use a vibrating table. They have these they're like hoverboards, whatever. But what it does is it shakes this way, and you can put one foot as far as on one side of the part of the platform, and then do the same exercise. If you can't go run because your legs are too weak, stuff, you can use devices like that. The inversion rack sometimes helps too, but again, it's the important part is to recover the best, is to strengthen all the muscles that you need in order to get this done. And I'll show you one more time is bow-legged people are always going to be like this, which is wrong, and that's why it creates this. And all the muscles get strong because we walk like this, whether we like to or not. But the idea is to strengthen the other bit. And so once I do this, you can notice immediately how much closer this gap becomes. And after a while, if you're doing this correctly, you will start engaging your glutes, your butt muscles basically, and all the other muscles required in order for you to be able to do this exercise. And eventually you will have normal legs, because now you're walking more like a normal person would walk. Again, this looks really weird and awkward because I'm still not normal, but hopefully in a year or so, maybe 2, I will be, and we'll have a follow-up video. But for now, that's where we are. And this bone that was really out there has started going in, and that changes the shape of the leg and eventually will be the cure to this thing. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Again, most people would